Welcome back to Local GMB Messages, Part 8, probably the most important part, how to get paid. So accepting payment, right? You have basically three different means to do so. You can either collect cash, collect a check, or they can pay with a debit or a credit card. Of course, when we accept payment, cash is always king because there's no fees and it's almost instant, but it may not be instant if you're collecting cash because either you've got the hassle with running to the local business owner office to collect the cash, or they've got to be able to drop it off to you, and that can be a real pain in the rear end. So that's not my favorite way of getting paid. Checks are okay because they can mail them to you, but then again, there's a delay in receiving the check, and then of course you got to deposit the check, which means you got to make a run to your bank, usually, unless you can scan it with your phone, which is a different option as well. But either way, sometimes the checks aren't always made available, or the funds aren't always made available right away. The other problem is you're relying on the business owner to pay on time, and that becomes kind of an issue. It can become an issue as well, a sticking point. With credit debit cards, yes, you pay a small percentage to the credit card processing company, which isn't my favorite thing to do because I hate losing money for a service like that, but it is a convenience factor, and you're getting paid automatically on the same, every 30 days or whatever on autopilot, and the money gets automatically entered into your business account, okay, or wherever you're sending that money to. So my preferred method is the credit and debit card, even though there's a small fee associated with using that method. So payment processors, you have a couple different ways of collecting the payment. You can use PayPal, Stripe, or if you have a merchant account like Chase Payment Tech or such, you can use that as well. I'm not a big fan on PayPal for a couple reasons. One is it's very simple for the end user to cancel their automatic payments, pre-approved payments with you. So it can be a little too easy for them to cancel on you. And then number two, well, actually, that's probably the number two reason. Number one reason is I don't trust PayPal. PayPal has been known to freeze accounts for various reasons, for almost no reason, basically, to hold your funds and limit your account, and that's never fun to have that happen. And then, of course, Stripe is my favorite method because it's reasonable. Their fees are in line with most merchant accounts. It might be slightly higher than something like Chase Payment Tech, but Stripe is world renowned at this point. I mean, it's being accepted with most shopping cart systems, and it's just very easy to get set up, get approved, and then hook it up to your bank account to get your payments deposited, and of course hook it up to your shopping cart to make it work. Okay, so accepting debit cards and credit cards, here's the kicker. You either need to have a card swiper, and now they have these little devices that plug into your mobile phone or other ways, but you would have to have the card physically present, which means either you have to go visit the local business owner or they have to visit you to actually get the card in hand, or my preferred method, which is digital input, which means you send them to a checkout page where they enter the information themselves securely over the internet, and then you don't have to be present. They can do it at their whenever they feel like it in order to get started. Of course, you won't start doing services for them until they've actually sent in their first payment, but then you don't have to go hound them for their card. You don't have to be there to accept the payment, or they don't have to come to you. All right. And then shopping cart systems, there's a few that I here that I have listed that I've used from time to time. My favorite here is ThriveCart because I already own it, and I said own because it's a one-time fee. It's a little expensive. I think it's about $600, but once you pay it, you never pay them a single dime after that. The only thing you ever pay is the credit or debit card merchant fee itself. If you use something like Samcart's a great option too, but it's $99 per month. Pay Kickstart's also another great option, but it's about $97 a month. FreshBooks isn't too bad, but I think the cheapest version they have is about $15 per month. And then, of course, Intuit QuickBooks is also another option, but I do believe the cheapest option they have for that is $20, with like the first 6 months being only, or 3 months maybe, being only $10 a month. So those are a few of your options. I think you're better off doing, I mean, if you're just getting started and you don't want to spend $600, I get it. I would probably start with something like FreshBooks or Intuit QuickBooks. But once you're doing well or you're well established, I think then you should consider, using something that you pay a one-time fee for and save yourself those extra merchant fees, or I should say shopping cart fees, that you don't have to pay if you actually own the shopping cart system. Okay. Now I'm going to head over to ThriveCart real quick and just show you an example of setting up this service using that shopping. All right, I'm going to go through this kind of quickly because I don't want to go into too many details, but I'm in my ThriveCart dashboard, and I basically clicked on products, and then I clicked on add a product and clicked digital product, and I'm on this particular page. Now, the product name might just be like Google My Business Messaging and Posting. Okay, service. Let's just do that. And you could add a descriptive label here if you like. It's in test mode now. I would probably click live if I was really going to use this right now, because I already know everything else will be working for me. So I'll just go ahead and click live. Hit next. Looks like 40 characters or less. So I have too many characters in here. So I might have to shorten this up to Google messaging only. Let's just do that. Okay, let's get rid of the extra hyphen in there. Let's see if that works. Yep. Okay, so what we're going to do is set up our price points. What we're going to do here is we're going to select payment types. Could be subscription, monthly. The monthly price is $99. Today's price is $99. Trial period, none. You could offer a trial period if you'd like. I wouldn't do that because once they have the messaging feature turned on, what's their incentive other than the posts? And I think the posts should just be something that they pay for up front. Number of rebills, indefinite. Send your customer an invoice every recurring payment. Sure, let's enable that. Limit quantity available. Nope, we're not going to do that. Hit next. We're going to probably change this out so it's a little more descriptive for them. Google messaging and posting service. And then we'd probably change MNTH to MO. Hit save. Then we're going to hit next. We're not going to offer a bump on this product or service. Then the processors, we're going to need a processor. We have to click on that. We're just going to use our Stripe account for now. I don't want to enable PayPal. Like I mentioned, I'm not a big fan of PayPal. Hit next. And then do we want affiliates? Nope, that's okay. Hit next. Support, you want to add in your support here. So support at, VegasTechGroup.com, I don't know. And then display their invoice total or invoice is where I want to do next. Probably you could send them to a different URL after they purchase. It's all totally up to you. Do you want to ship a CD, DVD? Nope. I'm going to keep that unchecked. Hit next. Now you have the templates for the checkout. I love the first one, the tall one-step checkout, but there are other options for you to choose from. Once you're happy with that, you can hit next, or you can just click on customize. If you do customize, you can customize things like you can edit the cart header. You can add a countdown timer if you'd like. You can add guarantee seals. You can edit requested fields, which we're going to do here. So what we want to do is collect the business name for sure. We're going to collect first and last name, customer's address. We don't need to collect. Let's go with phone number as optional. And then you could add a terms and conditions if you'd like. Hit save. And then we can edit custom checkbox if we wanted to, but we're not going to do that. You could edit the button. You could add a video, you could edit a box shot, you could edit bullet points. So you might want to put in the features and benefits or what they're going to get here. So if I was doing this, I might say activate and set up, or set up and activate. Let's do that. Set up and activate Google messaging. Ooh, that's bad spelling. And then add another bullet point, and then this one might be post on Google My Business Listing 4 times or 1 times per week. Something like that. Okay? And then you could add testimonials when you get clients. You can change colors, language, all that sort of thing. Layout of the cart if you like. Hit next. The success page, you could edit the headline text here. You could add a video or add any body text if you like. Hit next. You could add your Facebook pixel by clicking this button here and then adding your pixel. You could add some other tags and things, and then you would hit next. And then here you'd have some behavior rules, and now that behavior rule might be that once they sign up, you add them to an email list. So you just click add rule, main purchase product is purchased, use one of the email service providers you have connected. I have Aweber and ActiveCampaign, and then add them to a list. I would add maybe to my buyers list or client list or whatever it might be. And then I could tag them as well with that, and then click save, and it would add it. All right. And then that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Once you would do all that, you hit save and get URL. And once you get that URL, you would just send that URL over to your client so you can view what the checkout page looks like. You can copy the URL by clicking this button or highlighting and copying it, however you want to do it. And that's pretty much how you would set up the shopping cart method with ThriveCart, okay, to essentially get paid recurring subscription. Now, like say you can do this with FreshBooks, you can do this with Intuit, you can do this with some other services as well. This is just my preferred method because I already own ThriveCart, so I don't want to pay any extra fees. I'm trying to eliminate that and, you know, collect as much money as I can, put it in my pocket. All right, so that's pretty much how to get paid, and that's all I have for you in this training video. So I will shut this video down and speak with you again soon.